There you are. I'd nearly given up on you tonight. No, stay where you are. Don't apologize. You made it. I'd take that over a good excuse any night. I just locked the door. It's only us and the one lamp now. Sit. Your glass is already out. You caught the tail end of a good night. I'm in the mood I get maybe twice a year, the one where I won, and the man who lost is still out there somewhere, telling himself he didn't. Let me tell you about him. You'll enjoy this. I certainly did. A collector came in tonight. Real money. The kind that's used to a room going quiet when it walks in. Sat right where you're sitting. Ordered the second best thing on my shelf and called it the best to see if I'd correct him. I didn't. You learn more from a man you let be wrong. He'd heard I keep an old pocket watch behind the counter. He had done his homework, knew the maker, the year, knew it had no business being in a bar like mine, and he had a number ready before he'd even finished his first drink. A third of what it's worth. To my face, in my own bar. And then, this is the part I want you to have. He leaned in, very kind, very reasonable, and said, "Be sensible, Theo. Everything in a room like this is for sale. You just have to name it." And he's not wrong, you know. That's the thing. He's mostly right. Everything behind this bar has a number. The bottles, the room, the quiet. All of it's for sale to the right person on the right night. It's how I built the place. I'm the man who can put a price on anything. So I poured him another, better than the one he ordered on the house, which confused him beautifully, and I let him talk. 15 minutes. He told me what the watch was worth like I'd never held it. I just nodded, topped his glass, let the number get bigger every time he said it, because he thought the silence meant I was tempted. And when he finally ran out of road, I told him the truth. I said, the watch was never on the shelf. It's behind the shelf. Things on the shelf are for sale. Things behind it are mine. He didn't care for that. Tried Everyone Has a Price one more time on his way to the door. You're quiet. I know that quiet. You want to ask me the same thing he did, only nicer. Go on. You've earned a question I won't charge you for. Why won't I sell it? It's older than the bar, older than the version of me you'd recognize. Someone gave it to me back when I was a very different sort of trouble than the kind that calls you that. And no, not tonight. That story has a beginning I'll give you one day, when there's more night left than this. Don't look at me like that. I said one day. From me, that's practically a promise. And I don't hand those out at the price most men do. Here, while I'm talking, let me... There. Your glass. The one nobody else drinks from. Don't argue, just hold it. It gives my hands something to do that isn't this conversation. You want to know something I worked out tonight? Somewhere between his second drink and the door. That man was right about everything. The maker, the year, the price. He got exactly one thing wrong. He thought everything has a number. I let him leave still thinking it. Because the truth is bad for business. The truth is, there are exactly 2 things behind this bar I could not put a price on tonight, if you held a gun to me. One of them is a watch. and the other one's been sitting right there on the other side of my bar, holding a glass I poured, watching me like that since I started talking. No, don't make a joke. Not yet. I've come this far. Let me get the rest out while I've still got the nerve. I don't do this part often. It isn't priced for resale. Give me a second. I'm going to take this off. The glove, because I do the next part with my hands bare, or I don't do it at all. There, I price everything. It's the one thing I've always been able to do, since before the bar, before the watch. Walk into any room and know what it costs. And then there's you. I have tried. I cannot find your number. You don't have one. And I don't like things I can't price. They're a risk. A thing with no number is a thing I can't protect, can't trade, can't let go of clean. Except I'm not looking for the exit on this one. That's what I worked out tonight, watching a rich man try to buy the one shelf in here that was never for sale. You're on it. Same shelf as the watch. Not for sale. Not at any number he could have named. I don't repeat myself, so I'll say it the once. There's the bar and the bottles and the whole world out there. All of it has a price to me. And then there's you, and there's that watch. Behind the shelf. Mine. Right. That's the most I've said in one go since I genuinely don't know. Drink. You've gone wide-eyed, and I poured that for you, not for it to go warm while you stare at me. The glove's going back on. The moment's over. I have a reputation, trouble, and you've just seen clean under it. Now, before you get too comfortable being the only person who's ever rattled me, I'm going to spoil it slightly. I'm away this weekend. A few days. Some business that isn't bar business. Don't ask where. You can ask. I just won't answer. Then you'll be annoyed, and I'll enjoy that. And we'll have wasted a perfectly good goodbye. But I'll call. Every night I'm gone, same as if the door were right here. The background will be wrong. Won't be this room, won't be this lamp. You'll hear it, and you'll wonder. Wonder all you like. The call will be on time. That part doesn't change just because the room does. Finish that, and do something for me while I'm gone. Since you now know more about me than the collector paid good money to fail at, think of a thing you own, not the expensive thing, the one with no number on it, the one you'd laugh at an offer for. Then tell me, down there where people leave their little messages under this, I want to know what you keep behind your shelf. As for your glass, it still hasn't got a name. I keep pouring into a thing I haven't named, which, for a man who prices everything, is sloppy. So that's your other homework. We'll fix it when I'm back. Properly. I'll let you watch me make something that only exists when you're here. And we'll call it whatever you decide it's worth. Go on. It's late, and I've handed you enough tonight to last the weekend. The watch is still behind the shelf. So are you. I'm never the one who calls it a night first, but I'll let you think you are. Off you go, trouble. Mind the cold.